Well, I just got cut off. I was in the middle of our little talk here, and my brother just called me. Our dad, he's dying today, or he died today. Yeah, animal. He passed away today at 4 something. I don't know, 4 o'clock. Maybe he died at 4:20. I don't know. He was a big part of our lives. He was more of a father to me than my own father. But anyway, so yeah, he died today from leukemia, and I was gonna get to that later, but whatever. But anyway, I'm used to loss, so. So I got sober for 8 years. I got sober for 8 years, and then next thing I know, got approved for a brand new house and started buying a brand new house, $175,000 home. I never thought I would ever be there, but as long as I had Shelly, I knew that I could be the best that I could be, because she made me just want to be a better person. And I know we had a lot of rough times, a lot of fights, a lot of things were said, but in the end, man, that woman loved me. Man, I didn't even know what love was till I met Shelly. I've never felt that before, even as a child. But I loved her so much that I wanted to do whatever I could for her. And when I first met Shelly, her teeth were kind of messed up a little bit, but I didn't care about that because there was something that connected us, and I didn't give a fuck. I couldn't even see her teeth. I was so just in love with her. But I told her one day, baby, she had to walk around with those messed up teeth for a long time, for like 10 years, and nobody would help her out. Nobody would even get her, take her to dentist, nothing. Her own dad, mom, nobody would help her out and do that. Nobody would do that. And I know they're going to see this, and I don't really care. Because I tell it like it is. I don't give a fuck who you are. And nobody would help Shelly out, and she was the black sheep. She was. And I don't care about all that, that's all, that was just, I don't want to get into her family life, because I love her family. I love Jerry and Ken very much, and her sister and everybody. But Shelly just was drawn to me, and I was drawn to her, and we were connected. And we were supposed to be together. Hey, son. I'm making this video, come here. I want you to say hi to this video. Say hi, right here.
Hi.
Kobe, come here and say hi. You're going to be a part of my video just for a split second. And just look in there and just say hi.
Hi.
Huh?
What?
Because I'm making you a video. Alright, y'all go play. Because I want to.
Okay.
Why not? Because it's the only way I can get things off my chest. Alright, see you guys later. I love you. Y'all be good out there, and don't be fighting. Love you too. We were connected. love that woman, man. She was a lot of fun, man. We had so much fun. She was just so fun and beautiful. She walks around with them messed up teeth, but she wore them fucked up teeth like a fucking champ, man. She didn't let that shit bother her. She didn't let that shit. She was fucking good people, man. They don't make them like that, man. She had one of the best fucking souls. Y'all just don't even know, man. I know a part of Shelly that nobody will ever know. And I'm grateful for that. I miss her so much, man. Her and my mom. No, Mom, she took me and my brother through hell, but in the end, my mom did no wrong. My mom had a beautiful heart. She just wasn't dealt a good hand. You know, none of us were really. We weren't so lucky. But you know what? I don't need all that bullshit. Because I'm prideful. And I'm proud of who I am. And I'm proud of what I've done. I may have a couple regrets along the way, but all in all, I always came out on top. Yeah. We quit doing drugs for 8 years. And we were happy, you know. She didn't have to work, you know. But let me tell you, I was going to tell you this, though. So she, you know, had them messed up teeth when I first met her, you know, but I didn't care about that. So I told her when we actually started seeing each other, you know, during the hurricane, you know, September 8th of 2008. No, September 28th. September 28th is when we actually got together in 2008. It was during the hurricane, you know, right after, like, the hurricane was ending. She had them messed up teeth, and I knew I liked her right away. But after a couple years that we were together, I knew I loved her and this and that. And I told her, baby, one day I'm going to buy you a dream. I don't care how I do it, but one day I will buy you a dream. And when I got that job making $12 an hour out there at Kinder Morgan, learning how to pile drive, I told her to go get your fucking teeth fixed. And I don't care how much it costs, I will figure it out. And she calls me from the dentist and he tells me that if I gave him so much down, he'd put me on a payment plan and he'd fix her teeth and put braces in her mouth right fucking now. And I said, do it. Let's get it done. And she had to, you know, make an appointment. And the day that she was gonna go get that fucking, her teeth fixed, she wakes up with fucking Bell palsy. You know what the fuck Bell palsy is? It's when, like, your nerve, it's like a nerve damage or something where half your fucking face goes fucking paralyzed. As a matter of fact, I think fucking Sylvester Stallone's got fucking Bell palsy. That's why his face is like that. And, but she was, hey, we laughed like a motherfucker. We laughed so hard because we didn't even know what to think, you know, because she couldn't say fuck. She was saying puck, puck, because of fucking, you know, it looked like half her fucking face was melting. And, hey, we laughed. Well, we couldn't help it. We were worried at first and scared and didn't know what the fuck was going on, but I don't think I ever laughed so hard in my life. She did the same. But I took her to the hospital and they told her what it was, and they said it would, you know, it could last forever or it could be gone in a week or two. I didn't know, you know. But the funny thing is that she was going to get. She had the day that she woke up with it was the day of her appointment, and she went to the doctor like that. But 2 weeks later, it went away. He couldn't really do nothing that day because of that. But she wasn't gonna. She was gonna go get them teeth fixed. She didn't give a fuck. She was gonna go do it, but he wouldn't do it. He told her you have to wait and see what happened. And then she, about 2 weeks later, she woke up and it was gone. Took her in and we fixed her teeth. And that woman wore a smile on her face like. Yeah, she smiled, man. She need to quit smiling. So, after I did that, that woman loved me. She already loved me then. She knew she did. I knew she did. She was just amazed of what I've done. She was proud. She was proud. She was proud. So we had a lot of ups and downs and a lot of good times and a lot of bad times, a lot of hard times, but that's what it's all about though. If you don't fight for each other, it ain't fucking worth it, man. If she don't fight for you, man, that woman fought for me. She tried kicking dudes' asses for me. She would jump in there before I can even get to a dude, quicker than a motherfucker. She would rather beat a motherfucker up. That woman loved me, man. She was good to go. And I loved her for that. But I did everything I could to make sure she was happy. You know, I did. I'm stubborn, man. I'm a hard person to live with. So was she, man. She was a Leo, so, and I'm a Capricorn, and those two they're not even compatible. But yet, they are compatible. See, they are, but they ain't. It can go either way, really. And luckily for me, it went in my favor, you know. I learned how to wean out the flaws and stay out of her way, and she did the same. And instead of making, just worrying about why ain't we making each other happy, we just made each other happy. You know, we would, instead of like doing what I want to do, I do what she wants to do. And sometimes she do the same. You know, we just made it work. You know, instead of, sometimes I call it giving in, man. You got to give in a little. You got to give in, because otherwise your relationship is a one-sided thing, man. Relationships got to work, man. They got to work together. You know, because you know what it feels like? It feels like I lost my leg or something, and I'm trying to learn how to walk. She held me up. She was strong in places I was weak, and I was strong in places where she was weak. And we were each other's missing link. And we fought the world. But we stayed out of everybody's way, and we did it on our own, and we didn't ask for no help. I didn't ask for no help, and nobody helped me. I don't want no help. Yeah, I don't have my house no more. I walked away from it. Walked away from everything I owned. I didn't know what I was doing, to be honest with you. I was kind of just lost. I was fucking lost. And what the fuck I was doing? It's like I was walking in a fucking cloud, man. Like it was just so cloudy I couldn't see 2 feet in front of me. I didn't want to see 2 feet in front of me because it might be some kind of memory or took all my pictures down. And then actually I left my house. I let my son, my oldest son, Devin, a 23-year-old, come there and stay there and watch the kids. And I took another job. I left my job. I acted a fool, man. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just fucking lost. I needed time off. I asked my boss if he'd lay me off so I could breathe. He told me he couldn't do it. He ain't gonna do it because he didn't want to pay for it. So I ended up, leaving. I ended up leaving my job, but I went right as I was driving home. I called this other job over there in Corpus, working on the Harbor Bridge, the biggest bridge in the United States. Got to go drive the piles for it, and I learned a lot there. But I was still just lost, man. So I let my son stay here because I didn't want to take my kids out of school, And they were going to Barbers Hill, and I like them going to that school. It's a good school. And I let them go there. And I let my son stay in my house. I gave him the house, and I let him watch the kids. And I came home every weekend, go to Corpus, and I stayed in Corpus. And I ended up getting a house out there. And stayed out there for a year, and I brought my kids down there, and that was the end of that. I let the house go. I never even looked back. I left everything on. I took what I can carry. I'm better at starting over anyway. Always have been. Lost a lot in my life, so I know what it's like. I've been here before, and this is probably the worst. This is the worst. And I've been through a lot. This is the worst that I've ever felt in my life. And I've been through some fucked up shit. But I was able to get over all that, real quick, because it was just me, This ain't just me, it's me, my boys, and then the not knowing and the why. And why me, but there is no explanation, We were doing good, that's what happened, we were doing good, and she ended up getting a job. She got a job at fucking, right there by our house. So, at Finley's or whatever, little gas station. She liked it. She was happy because she wanted to get out of the house. She wanted to feel like she was contributing, and and she just wanted to feel like she was needed and all this and that. But it made her happy to get a job, and I was good with that. She'd go to work when I came home from work. She'd go to work, and then it's good, man. For about 6 months, she worked there before she passed away or got sick. She came home. It was December 28th. December 28th is when she got sick of 2019. Or 2018, sorry. Okay, in 2018, yeah. Of December 28th. She come home from work, it was 11:30. Now I just put the boys to sleep, and usually if I can get them to sleep, I know we can fool around, man. We can, but we didn't get to do that all the time because the kids stay up all the time. It's like they had insomnia or something. But Landon's still like that. He little fucker don't sleep. He don't sleep. He'll stay up all night. I gotta take his phone from him and all kinds of shit. But anyway, he didn't have phone in, but he still stayed up. Yeah, got them all to sleep, got the boys to sleep, and I'm sitting on the couch, and I got a movie ready before she comes home. She come home, right? Boom, come home. I'm telling her, hey, baby, I got everything set up. We're good, baby. You know, she kind of sit down beside me, and we're talking a minute. And she starts eating a Skittle, a sour Skittle. She was sucking on it. I guess the juice went down the wrong pipe, so she started coughing. And Shelly had a chronic cough. She coughed when she coughed heavy. I'm not a big cougher. I've been smoking since I was 7. I still don't have hardly any cough. But she got that cough going, and next thing I know, she said, "Oh my God, something just popped in my brain." She says, "I feel it. I can feel the liquid." She said it was like a truck was sitting on my head. And so she goes down into my lap, puts her head down into my lap, and immediately I knew something was wrong. Usually people just go to bed with those and they don't wake up. You know, not everybody is lucky enough to even make it to the hospital. Most of the people die right away. So I started calling the ambulance, and then I even know it was even more serious because she didn't stop. So get the ambulance there, and I gotta get the boys up before I can go anywhere to sleep. So I'm rushing around, and she goes off in the ambulance. I go get the boys up real fast and get them in the car. I haul ass to them, calling her mom to come get the boys from the hospital. So, this and that. And when I get there at the hospital, she's fucking sitting in the goddamn waiting room. I'll go off. I said, first of all, she came in a fucking ambulance. Why in the fuck is she in the waiting room? She's clearly got something going on with her fucking brain right now, and it's serious. Because I know my wife, I know Shelly, I know her. Something is wrong. And 15 minutes after me yelling and cussing, telling them that they're treating everybody that looks like us like dope heads or something, like we're there for drugs. Motherfuckers, I'm not there. If I go to the emergency room, I don't want none of your fucking drugs. You ain't got nothing I want, bitches. So they take her back. They do like a CAT scan. It took them 6 fucking hours for the doctor to even read the motherfucker. They could have told her right away. I mean, it takes fucking 2 seconds to read a motherfucking goddamn CAT scan. A couple pictures. 6 hours. And it was already, so this happened at 11:30 at night. So it's already like, fucking 6 o'clock in the morning. Almost 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, because it took 6 hours. Because it was about 6:30 in the morning. And I told her, I've been in there the whole time. I was falling asleep, kind of couldn't keep my eyes open. I was, because I'd worked all that day and I was tired already. And then I told her I'm going to just go and shut my eyes for a minute, and then I went outside and smoked a cigarette, and it wasn't 2 seconds, they called me, the doctor called me, we got a life flighter right now, and they take her up to the motherfucking life flighter to Herman Hospital. Supposed to be one of the best brain fucking surgeons in the world, or hospitals in the world, whatever. I don't know, I ain't impressed. They take her in, they do a surgery right away, and they put a stent in her head. She's good. She comes back, man. She gets out of surgery. She's good. She's real weak at first. She can't walk, hardly talk, but she's there. She's there. And then a few days later, she started getting better and better. 21 days later, she's doing good, and they tell her, you gotta be on the floor of ICU for 21 days. Before you could even go to a floor where you could have more freedom. So she started walking around and shit, exercising, making it work. She was feeling better. And it was about 18 days, 19, I guess it was the 20th day. Might have been the 19th day. They tell her, okay, we're going to take the stent out. And if everything goes good, we will. But the thing is, she was complaining like a couple days before that, something's messing with her eyesight. And that's the number one fucking symptom when your brain's being fucked with is your eyes. I mean, it's the closest thing to your fucking brain, I would think. So that's a symptom, And so I tell them, I said, man, y'all should go and give her another CAT scan. And they said, well, we don't even do that unless they unless they have some kind of symptom that the doctor sees or whatever. But the doctor didn't feel no need to do that. They probably could have saved her life. I don't know. But so that 19th day, they take the stent out. They tell her 24 hours, nothing happens. You should be good. That next morning, after they take the stent out, 7:30, I went to work because I was working the whole time. She was in the hospital. I worked the whole time. My mom was dying. My wife dying. I worked. I had to pay for the insurance. Make sure she had got good care. And the next morning, right when I got to work, I wasn't there 15, 20 minutes. She calls me, didn't know where she was, how she got there. Fucking, saying shit that happened to her 20-something years ago, thinking it was happening that day, because this guy, stupid motherfucker, used to beat her up. That's how she got her teeth fucked up. So they had to take her in for second surgery. And that was the last kiss I ever gave her. She wouldn't. Actually, I was kind of running late because I was coming from work and I had to take her in there, and she waited. She was like, I'm not going into surgery until I give my husband a kiss. And she waited for me. I got there and she gave me a kiss. And I said, baby, I'll see you in a little bit. She had 7 massive strokes during surgery. It wasn't Shelly no more. It was just a lost soul. She never known who I was. Never been able to eat, feed herself. I waited till the last minute too. I didn't know what to do. I was so scared. I didn't want to. Well, why did God give me this decision? It's not my. I ain't got no power, man. It's not my decision to say if someone lives or dies. Or quality of life. What? Come on. I don't know what to do, man. I'm scared, man. But I didn't want to take nothing from Jerry either, or her dad. Even though we had our differences, I never, not once, wanted to take any of it from them because that's their daughter. And I could just imagine what they were going through. Ain't nothing bad to say about any of that. I love them. It's like they're my own family. But I waited about 2 weeks, and her dad wanted me to pull it right away. He didn't even want to wait. Between you and me, and I don't give a fuck, her dad's a fucking dick. He ain't never did shit for her, and that's his fucking loss. Shelly was special. Fuck you. Anyway. I wouldn't change it for the world. She was very special to me. She was special to everybody. She broke a lot of hearts when she died. And this whole time, I didn't even tell my boys. I waited, after she passed, because I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't really let them know how sick she was, and I didn't take her to the hospital because I only took them once. And that's when she was doing really well, because I didn't want them, she didn't either, I didn't want that to be the last memory, the boys had. And I believe that helped. Because the boys, they seem to be resilient. They're doing better than I am. Let's put it that way. They're doing a lot better than I am. When you ask me how my boys are doing, or everybody asks me how my boys are doing, my boys are doing fucking great. I'm the one that's broken. And I don't like being alone. I fucking hate it. I'm not used to it. I've always at least been with somebody. But, I'm learning how to be by myself. I'm learning who I am, because I really don't know anymore. I don't know who the fuck I am. Who the fuck I am anymore. Man, I done changed so many times. I don't know how to be that person I was before I met Shelly, because Shelly transitioned me into something else that was great. And maybe not great to y'all, but it was great to me. It was great to her. So, anyway, alright, so that's what happened. And with all that being said, yeah, I'm dealing with a lot. I got a lot of different emotions going on. There was a time there where, I should have grieved whenever the process came, but I didn't. I waited. And don't ever do that, man. If you gotta grieve, grieve. Don't put it off. Don't try to skip over it, because it will destroy you. And it almost destroyed me. But I got a strong heart. And I got a lot of love in there. A lot of love. Because I used to not have that. I used to hate everybody. Don't get me wrong, I still fucking hate everybody, but I love them ones with the good souls. I'm a personality kind of guy. I love good personality. You gotta be funny, you gotta keep me on my toes, Shelly was probably the strongest, but I'll tell you why we were together, because I was pretty hard to control, and not that she controlled me, because that woman let me do whatever I wanted, because I'll do what I want anyway, but she was strong enough to say, hey, if you want to do that, I'm out of here, I ain't gonna fucking stick around, and shit, I didn't want her to leave, I loved her, so I try to act right. Yeah, I fucked up here and there, man. Yeah, and I got thoughts. I'm a man. She did too. I mean, we're just human. We're only human, and we make mistakes. If we didn't make mistakes, then fuck, what's the point of this shit? You gotta learn, man. You gotta learn from your mistakes. But if you ain't learning from it, it's pointless. If you keep trying to do the same shit, you're gonna be fucking in the same shit. You're gonna be fucked up. The only way to get past, move on, and stop being pissed off because nothing's going your way,